For as long as anyone can remember, society has sold us a fairy tale. It has a story where a woman's life only truly begins when she finds a partner, gets married, and settles down. But a quiet, powerful revolution is happening right now, one that is shattering that fairy tale to pieces. As millions of women are hitting their 50s and beyond, they are making a bold and shocking choice. They are choosing to give up on dating entirely. And once you hear the real, unfiltered reasons behind this movement, you'll understand why so many of them are never looking back. This isn't just a small group of women. This is a massive, generational shift. A groundbreaking study found that nearly 40% of single women aged 50 to 64 are now saying they definitely do not want a relationship anymore. That's a staggering number, especially when you compare it to the fact that far fewer men in the same age group feel the same way. This isn't a coincidence. It's a deliberate choice born from years of experience, and it all comes down to one powerful, non-negotiable thing: freedom. The first domino to fall is often the biggest: financial independence. The idea of a woman in her 50s being desperate for a man to provide for her is an outdated joke. These women have spent decades building careers, managing investments, and carefully crafting their own financial security. They've earned their freedom, and they are not about to hand over control of their bank accounts to anyone. In fact, research shows that 64% of women prefer to keep their finances completely separate in a relationship, a clear signal that they've got it handled. They are not looking for someone to split the bills. They are the sole decision makers of their own financial destiny, and they aren't willing to risk that stability for a man who might question a target spree or complicate their careful financial planning. But it's not just about money. It's also about emotional peace. These women have lived through a lot. Many have survived painful divorces, crushing heartbreak, or the loss of a loved one. They've felt the deep sting of betrayal and the slow burn of disappointment. They've spent years healing, rebuilding, and creating a life that is stable and peaceful. To them, emotional stability isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a sacred treasure. The idea of re-entering the dating pool with all its risks of rejection, pain, and new heartbreak is a gamble they are simply unwilling to take. They've paid their dues. For them, inner peace is the ultimate luxury, and it's a price they're not willing to haggle over. And who says a woman over 50 is lonely without a man? That idea is a complete myth. These women have cultivated rich, full lives packed with genuine companionship. They have deep, supportive friendships with other women who understand them on a fundamental level. They have close family bonds and often a furry companion who offers unconditional love without any of the drama, a study by the Senior List. Com reveals that an astonishing 87% of single people who've sworn off dating say it's because they've found happiness without a romantic partner. They have wine nights with their friends, game nights with their kids, and quiet mornings with their pets. Their lives are full, and they are not looking for someone to complete them. But let's be honest, the modern dating landscape isn't exactly a welcoming place. For many women over 50, it feels like a baffling minefield of scams, ghosting, and emotional games. They look at dating apps and see a world where they have to swipe through endless, filtered selfies and decipher ambiguous bios, all while knowing that they might be ghosted for a younger woman at any moment. This isn't just frustrating, it's a profound waste of their time and emotional energy. A particularly disturbing stat shows that nearly half of all online daters over 50 have encountered someone they believe was trying to scam them, a number that rises to over 50% for women. After a lifetime of navigating a man's world, they simply don't have the patience for another round of pointless games. Perhaps the most chilling reason of all is the fear of becoming a nurse or a purse. This sentiment, shared in an online forum, perfectly encapsulates a core fear for many women. They've spent their lives caring for others' children, aging parents, and often their partners. As they get older, the last thing they want is to step into a new relationship only to become a caretaker for an aging man with health issues or a financial backstop for someone with fewer resources. They are not signing up for another round of emotional labor or physical burdens. They are done, they are ready to be cared for, to be valued, and to be respected. And let's talk about the comments that make this all too clear. When this topic gets discussed online, the responses from some men are so shocking, they validate every single reason women have for giving up. Take this comment, for example. Why would anyone want to date a woman in their 50s? Gross. Another stated that the good men want the 30 to 40-year-old women. These are not isolated incidents. These are the brutal, unfiltered attitudes that many women encounter. Why would any woman of worth and dignity choose to put herself in a position to hear this kind of disrespectful, ageist commentary? The answer is they won't. They are choosing themselves instead. But this isn't about running away from something. It's about running towards something better. These women are living what we'll call the upgrade life. They're no longer held back by someone else's agenda. They're taking solo trips to Italy, starting new businesses, mastering pickleball, and finally taking that painting class they've always wanted to. They've discovered that they can fill their lives with passion and purpose without needing a partner to validate their choices. They are chasing hobbies, not husbands. This newfound freedom has led to a profound appreciation for solitude. For a woman over 50, being alone is not a sign of loneliness, it's a sanctuary. It's a quiet house where they can read, reflect, and just be. A powerful quote by Horatio Jones perfectly captures this mindset. I like being alone. I have control over my own T. Therefore, in order to win me over, your presence has to feel better than my solitude. This isn't about an inability to love. It's about a high, non-negotiable standard for who gets to be a part of their world. Ultimately, this is a generational shift. It's a redefinition of what it means to be a woman. The world told them they needed a man to be happy, but a new generation of empowered women is proving that they are more than capable of creating their own joy, security, and fulfillment. They are not against love, they are simply in love with their own independence. So, while the world waits for these women to find their other half, they are already whole. They're sipping their lattes, planning their next adventure, and living their best lives, and they are proving that single life after 50 isn't something to fear. It's the ultimate upgrade, and they are absolutely thriving.